let's get to the scheduled program. Welcome, hip hop fam. This is the Lost Element brought to you by Hippie, where we hear from the real defenders of the culture. Yo, what's good, LA? Y'all listening to the Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. You know, today we got another real defender of the culture in the building. Y'all probably see his name rolling through the city, walls, yards, freeways, you name it. But without further ado, how we do it here on this show? What you write, my boy?
Yeah, they call me Takz from Ep.20. We in this bit.
That's
oh
right.
Shit, no bad words, or what?
Yeah, try to keep it to a minimum.
Alright, my bad.
You good? All right, man. You know, I always like to start it off, like, just tell the people, like, a little bit about where you grew up and how you got into the game of graff.
Well, let me see. I grew up in the city of Linwood, and I got into the game by, one of my homies, my homie Kodak, he was from SCB back then. Shout out to them. But yeah, that was back in the day. This fool got me into the graff. I used to see that fool go, like, he used to go fucking, he used to go writing all the time. And this fool, I would see him go write, so that made me, like, want to go do it, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh shit. Like, I like the adrenaline, so
Yeah.
that's how I got into it, because of that fool.
That's right. You know, you said, like, you got the name Takz. Like, how'd you land on that name, and is there a story behind it?
Well, I got that name from my cousin. My cousin, he passed away already. Like, this fool, he used to write Takz, and since he passed away, like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep his name up, you know what I mean? So yeah. I just started writing Takz.
That's right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, from there you said, like, you picked up graff in Linwood, and then you wanted to continue, you know, your cousin's name. Do you remember, like, the first piece you hit up and, like, how that moment was for you?
Damn, that shit was garbage. It was garbage. Nah, but yeah, everybody started like that, you know what I mean? Like, the first piece, I don't even remember. Like, it was kind of, it had to be whack, you know what I mean? It had to be whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I remember. It was whack.
The first one, but
yeah.
You know, from there, like, you know, I would personally give you your flowers on that. Like, you know, you got a dope style, see you up. But, like, from that first piece, like, how would you say your style has evolved?
Oh, man. It's evolved a lot. Like, but it's evolved a lot because of the homies, you know what I mean? We all feed off each other. We all work with each other and give each other advice, and that's how we do. That's it.
That's right, man. Another thing is, like, you know, I noticed you got, like, a lot of prime spots where it's, like, right in your face, you know, like, you see it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How do you choose, like, what spots to hit?
Well, I don't even choose, fool. I just drive around. I see a spot, I hit it. Yeah. Like, we stay with paint, so just whatever spot I see, I don't care if it's in, like, front of a police station, anywhere. Like, I'm hitting it. Yeah. That's how we stay.
Okay, that's right. Like,
hell yeah.
Is there anything you won't bomb on?
Nah, hell no. I'm hitting everything. Everything, billboards, everything. We hitting everything.
Okay, that's right. Man, when you go up to a spot, bro, like, what's your creative process? Like, do you have, like, a sketch in mind, or is it just straight, like, freestyle?
Nah, I just go up to the wall, you know what I mean? I just go up to the wall and just let it go. Just hit it. That's all we do. Because it's either a hot spot or, you know what I mean, the freeway. So some freeways are hot, but, like, I'm hitting hot spots, you know what I mean? We just go up to the wall, hit that shit, and then we're gone. Like, we're gone. We just, to the next one.
Yeah. Is there a reason why, like, you choose, like, hot spots rather than, like a yard or a train?
Yeah, so everybody can see.
Okay, that's right.
I'm trying to hit some shit where everybody gonna see.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's right. So like, what's your favorite spot to hit up then? Like on the streets, freeway?
Both. Yeah. Anything. Streets are better, but we ghetto highway killers. You know what I mean? We on the freeways too.
That's right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, that's something you brought up. Like, you're from some pretty reputable crews, GHK and AP. Like, can you
Yes,
break
sir.
down what those crews stand for and like how you started writing for those crews?
Well, AP is Aerosol Fiends or Always Faded, one of the two, whatever you like. And GHK, that's Ghetto Highway Killers. You know what I mean? We on the streets. We do the damn thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like to say it, but we here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We coming, and you gotta accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
GHK,
That's right.
we're going hard.
Yeah. Man, like, for those that don't know, like, we have some listeners who aren't in the graffiti world, so like, how do you end up writing from a crew? Like, if you can explain that process.
How you end up writing from a crew? Damn. I don't even know that question. That's crazy. You get recruited, or you grew up with these fools, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They your family, or you go paint with them every day or some shit. But that's how you get into a crew, or you just get your shit up. You get your styles up. You get your colors right, and you'll be. There's no worries. They'll hit you up. You know what I mean? You'll get recruited.
Okay. Most
If
definitely.
you dope, you'll get recruited.
Most definitely, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is why do you do graffiti and what drives you to keep going?
I do graffiti because I want to be known. You know what I mean? Like everybody say they do graffiti because they like it, or they love it, or for them. Like, nah, we do graffiti because we want to be known. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to be known? Like, when you start graffiti, you don't do it just because you love the art, man. You want to be known. Everybody in the graffiti game, like, they want to be known. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to hit the top. Yup, I do it for that. I do it for the fame, my boy.
That's right. So
and for the respect, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, hell yeah. That's it. You have to have the respect and the fame, and just keep writing, you know what I mean? Just keep bombing, hit the streets.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Like with graffiti, like back in the day, it was like tied in with hip hop, like one of the elements. So
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, how do you see graffiti as part of hip hop, and is it connected for you?
Well, really, I don't mess with hip hop like that much. You know what I mean? Like, I mess with ska. So like, there's a lot of graffers that go to ska shows. You know what I mean? Shout out all my ska, all the skank heads. But I mess with ska, fool. I don't mess with like hip hop that much. I used to like rap and shit like that, but like, not anymore. Fool. I paint more than anything. That's all we do.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's something like I've noticed, like especially in LA. Like, I can't speak for any other city, but like I see like with the punk scene, ska scene, there's a lot of writers in there too.
Hell yeah.
So it seems like it kind of branched off of hip hop and became its own entity.
Yeah, that's just going everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Watch out with the ska fools. We out here.
Next thing I want to ask you, bro, is what's your favorite part of the whole graffiti game?
Damn. That's kind of. That's a hard question. What's the favorite part? What's our favorite part? Killing shit. Just killing the game, you know what I mean? Like, we killing the game. We out here. Accept it.
That's right, man.
We coming for the number one spot. That's how it gotta be, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just like do graffiti and not want that number one spot, you know what I mean? We out here trying to get it. we gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
We out.
Next one I want to ask you about, because like you said, that number one spot, like I heard it from multiple people where it's like, graffiti is like a sport,
Hell
like,
yeah.
like it's
It's a
competitive.
competition. It's a competition. And everybody trying to get that number one spot.
Yeah.
We all in competition. Either you like it or not, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta be real with it. We in competition, my boy. we trying to hit that number one spot too.
Yes, sir.
We trying to be like the other crews that were up. You know what I mean? Back then,
Yeah.
the game's open now. There's not a lot of them old crews here no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They trying to stay alive, but we coming.
That's right, bro.
Yes, sir.
This next question is gonna be the last question before we go to a little music break.
Yes, sir.
But do you got any like wild, crazy, or funny stories about painting that you could share with the people?
Damn. Yeah, let me see. Look, my mom had passed away for this day. She had passed away, and we went to go ride. Me and this fool King, shout out King. Well, me and King, fool, we went to go hit the freeway. We were hitting the freeway, and this fool sees the cop, fool, and I'm not even paying attention to whatever's in back was. You know what I mean? This was telling me the cops right there, whatever. I keep painting, fool. I finish. I'm trying to catch some tags, and I'm like, fuck it, let's just leave. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. And then this fool, we start walking, and once we hit the bushes, the light flashed to the wall, fool, and then the fucking chopper came out, fool, and we jumped under the bushes, fool, and we were hiding in the bushes, fool, and the chopper was going around. They couldn't see us, you know what I mean? Because we were under the bushes, and we stayed right there probably like 35 minutes, fool. These fools were going back and forth, fool, with the flashlights and shit.
Yeah.
I took off my white shirt. I threw that shit. Like, it was a crazy ass moment, fool. These fools were back and forth looking for us, and then they just got mad, fool. They flashed the light through the whole bushes, everything. I don't know why they didn't see us, fool, but we got away that day too. We
That's
left,
right.
but the chopper was up for probably 15 minutes just looking for us. Fool. I was like, damn, we gone. Hell yeah. That's probably like the craziest thing, yeah, that happened. Like the chopper's on us.
That's when the bushes is gone now.
Yeah, fool. They even cut those bushes, fool.
Damn.
Yeah, hell yeah. They even cut those. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy.
110 is hot.
Man,
Nah, but we got away though. We got away.
shoot, that's right.
Yeah. But cops are always rolling up, you know what I mean? Cops
Yeah.
always roll up, but they don't do nothing. They just get out of here. They just tell you get out of here or some shit. But
Yeah,
we here. We still painting.
that's right, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go to a little music break. After that, we'll get back to the interview. You guys listen to KQBH LP, Los Angeles, California,
We out here.
101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. We're back to the Lost Element.
Yeah.
Y'all listening to KQBH LP, Los Angeles, California, 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. We're gonna jump straight back into this interview. The first question I got, man, is do you see graffiti as art, vandalism, or both? Like, what's your take?
I think it's vandalism, you know what I mean? Like, graffiti's vandalism. If you're doing it legally, it ain't graffiti, you know what I mean? We out here doing it illegally, risking lives and shit, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, if you're doing art, you doing it legally, you know what I mean? I think art is for the those legal walls and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's called like art, but this graff, you know what I mean? We in the graff game, it's a whole different thing. If it was art, you'd be using like perception and perspective. You still use them, but like you have to use all those other grids, you know what I mean? Like that's art. Like that's if you went to school for it, that's art, you know what I mean? Like we doing everything illegal for like nothing was taught in school to us or nothing like that. We just learned it on our own, you know what I mean? We put in the work. You got to put in the work. gotta put in the time. If you ain't putting in time into your craft, like it ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
You're gonna be stuck like these other foods with the same style, you know what I mean? Same colors every day. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you gotta advance. You gotta keep growing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta grow. You gotta grow.
Man, that's right.
Hell yeah.
Man, you said like if it's like illegal or if you like it's art. So like I want to ask you, man, like how do you feel about the commercialization of graffiti, and like does that change how you approach the game?
Well, that's like really like that's street art. You know what I mean? All that like that's street art, fool. Like I don't really mess with none of that. Like if it ain't illegal, I don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't mess with it. My bad, but like I don't mess with it. It's got to be illegal. You know what I mean? I don't mess with all that. Well, all that street art BS. You know what I mean? Like I don't mess with that.
Yeah.
Like it got to be illegal, 100% illegal. You got to be fucking running from the cops or something. You know what I mean? Like
The rush.
yeah, adrenaline fiend. You know what I mean? I'm adrenaline fiend. It's all illegal, fool. All that what you say, commercial?
The commercialization.
Yeah, commercialization of that shit. Like these fools they're just getting free money off of other people's stuff. Fool. They'll go around taking pictures and shit, and like they make money off of it. You know what I mean? So like they're the ones that make it commercialized. Fool. But we keep it street. You know what I mean? Like straight illegal all day.
Like in your words, what is graffiti?
Damn, graffiti. What's graffiti? What's graffiti, fool? Graffiti
is what they name.
Graffiti is everything, fool. Graffiti is a game, fool. Graffiti is a game to the top. Game of Thrones, nah, just playing. But like graffiti's illegal. That's what all I see. You know what I mean? Like graffiti, if it ain't, I'm telling you, if it ain't fucking on somebody, like you gotta, writing on shit you ain't supposed to. Basically, like that's what graffiti is. Graffiti's crazy. It's a crazy game. Yeah. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody.
All right, so next thing I got, man, is like, you know, we're in LA County, you know, and I think it's one of the hubs for graffiti worldwide over here. But like for those that don't know, you know, we might have listeners out of state, out of country, but how would you explain the LA graff scene to them?
Damn, grimy. It's grimy. It's a grimy game, my boy. Like I said before, everybody's trying to hit that number one spot. Everybody's going at it, you know what I mean? Like, even though you're not beefing it, like, you're still trying to do something better than the next guy, you know what I mean? Like, we trying to get better and better. Everybody's advancing, and if you get stuck behind, you're going to get stuck behind, you know what I mean? There's no going back, so we trying to move forward, my boy. Like, that's how we are. That's why we greatly hate it. We greatly hate it in the game. They don't want to accept it, you know what I mean? Like, they see us, but they don't want to accept it, but we out here. Yeah. We out here.
Most definitely. Do you think, like, being in LA has influenced your style at all? Or the way you write?
Nah, just being from the hood. Just being from the ghetto, you know what I mean? Like, whatever influenced my style is just me, fool. Just me putting in work into it, you know what I mean? Like, I try not to, like, bite other people's shit, you know what I mean? Like, I don't try to, like, do what other people are doing, but everybody got the same straight letter. Everybody do, you know what I mean? It depends on the spot, too, like, what you can throw up, but, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Next one I want to ask, you know, about, like, the city. Like, do you think the city has changed for writers over the years? Like, do you think it's more locked down, or do you think it's more wide open nowadays in 2025?
Damn, what you think, fool?
It's just more broadcasting.
Yeah, basically, like it's just more pictures and shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's just like trying to broadcast it more on the internet, fool. Like, but what you think about that?
It's just more broadcasting. That's all it is. I mean, social media pretty much is making it more well known. You know what I'm saying? To where people are getting viral for just writing on the simplest thing, just for nothing. It could be the weakest. It could be the weakest shit. And somebody will come across it and take a video and say, "Oh, this shit sucks." But then the artist that did it, you know what I'm saying? He gets fame off of that shit, but he's just started writing pretty much, and it's like he feels like he's on the top of the world. But really, all in all, you really don't put no work in.
Yeah.
People just taking pictures of it, and then they get the numbers,
like
the numbers and the
fucking
likes and
straight,
stuff like that. But
straight tunnels and shit, like nigga, motherfuckers going into tunnels
you're
and
not up off of
take a picture of it and they think they up.
Instagram.
Like, nah, you gotta hit the streets, my boy. Hit the streets.
Man, going off that, bro, like with the whole social media, do you think social media hurt Graff or helped it?
It's both, probably, because a lot of people, like, I don't even see a month when they be posting pictures a lot, fool. I be like, damn, what the hell? I don't see these spots, you know what I mean? Like, I be on the streets, fool, so I be seeing everything, and fool, it probably, both, fool, because sometimes it helps it, sometimes that shit helps it a little bit, but not really, fool. Not really. You gotta be on the streets to really like see the graph. You know what I mean? You ain't get just because you see it on Instagram doesn't mean it's up. You know what I mean? You could have been took this picture like a month ago, fool, somewhere else, like somewhere where they let you do it, and just post it up, act like it's fucking like it's illegal. But nah, that shit, it's hurting it and is doing good for it a little bit. Some fools really hit and post, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to those fools.
Next one I got for you, bro, is like, you know, because you said like you guys are really out there in the streets hitting up.
Yes, sir.
Like, what goes through your head when you're hitting those hot spots, you know?
Nothing. Just blank, fool. What I'm gonna do the next day. I try not to let like anything. Fool, when I paint, like everything leaves my head, fool. Like I don't have no worries, you know what I mean? I just paint, fool. I don't care what's in behind me or who's passing by. Like if I'm gonna hit a spot, I'm just gonna hit the spot and like
in your zone.
Yeah, fool. Like nothing be in my mind, fool. Just like what I'm doing, just where I'm gonna put the 3Ds or like the cracks or like the fire I be doing, like that's probably what goes through my head.
Yeah.
But I don't really, that's it. And what spot we gonna hit next?
Man, that's right.
Hell yeah.
You know, like earlier in the interview, you brought up like graffiti and like respect, you know, and like how there's like honor in the game, but it's still being competitive. But
Yes, sir.
do you think in 2025, like there's still that honor in Graff, or is it fading away?
A lot of it's fading away, fool. Like there is that honor. You'll know who to like, you know what I mean? Who's respected and who's not, fool. But like the game is up for grabs. Like there's not a lot of them old crews that were back then, you know what I mean? They're all older now, fool. So it's a new generation coming in, you know what I mean? It's all up for grabs. Fools are trying to grab onto these youngsters to like stay alive still, you know what I mean? Because they're going down. Like that's just crazy, but we here, like that's the only thing.
All right, man. The next segment, bro, I'm gonna talk more about like style. Like you were bringing up, like putting the cracks, you know, 3D.
Yeah.
When you hit up, but in graffiti, like how important is letter structure compared to like the colors and characters?
Well, letter structures. Everything, fool. Like if you ain't got no letter structure, like forget about the color and the characters, my boy. Like for real, like if there's no letter structure, like don't do it, my boy, because you're not even gonna be able to do characters if you ain't got no letter structure or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Letter structure is everything, fool. Like,
You don't got the basics.
Yeah, like-
do shit.
but you gotta hit the book first. You know what I mean? Like, hit the book, fucking do what you gotta do, and just add on to your straight letters. Just add on to the straight letters, and it'll work for you. If it don't work, then just quit. Just quit, my boy. It ain't good for you. It ain't working for you. Cause this fool's out here really doing it. You know what I mean? Like, really putting in work and shit like that. Like, watch out if you ain't good. Watch out if you ain't good. You'll get good if you like got the fucking heart to keep going. But it's either you're good or like you're gonna get left behind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't stay like that forever.
Gotta be open-minded though.
Yes, sir.
Like so like with that being said, man, like earlier you brought up like different paints, but like you said like roller too. Like what do you prefer? Like, you prefer the roller, straight
Everything.
spray paint?
Everything. I use roller fills. Anything we get paint. Any paint is good. Any paint is good. We use roller for fills. We outline with the can. You know what I mean? Like, still all looks the same fool at the end. So yeah, fool, like roller paint is always good. Buff paint is always good. Like, it's always good to have a little 5 gallon or some shit. Have a little roller. That it works out. You know what I mean? It works out. There's a lot of shit you can do with it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, get some roller paint.
So it's faster than.
Yeah, get some roller paint, my boy.
Get some roller.
Yeah, from like Ace Hardware or something. And then the little $5 section, they have like little paint that like fucking you could get for $5 that have been opened up and shit like that. Like, yeah, go right there, get one of those, and get like 10 cans, and you doing like 10 bombs, my boy.
Easy filling.
Yeah, fill in with the roller paint and just outline with the can. We'll do it all day like that. As long as the wall's not bumpy, you know what I mean? As long as the wall's not that bumpy.
All right, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is, you know, like you know, like you said, like everyone's trying to get to the top. It's competitive.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So like, do you ever think about like legacy and like leaving your name behind, like, you know?
Well, yeah, that's why we do it in the first place. You know what I mean? For everybody to see, for everybody to know your name. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for that, then we wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we want everybody to be knowing your name. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. So that's the legacy. We want to leave a legacy. GH, you know what I mean? GH is the legacy, boy. You boys better watch out. We out here. We getting it.
That's right, bro.
We ain't racking our paint. We buying our paint, my boy.
Sometimes.
We'll rack some paint. Like, the little homies will rack some paint, but nah, we got money. You know what I mean? We got money. We don't need to rack our paint.
Man, I won't bring that up. Like you said, you buy your paint. Like,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
like, for the people outside of the graph community, you know, like they might hear like, oh, like racking paint, like it's part of the culture.
Yeah, it really, that was back then in the days, you know what I mean? When they didn't have them locked up, when they didn't have them all locked up. Like, now it's, fool, just to get the paint, you got to call the person, and then sometimes they take it to the front, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fool, I'm already risking it. I'm telling you, like, to paint, like, fuck that. I ain't trying to rack no paint. I'm buying my shit. I'm buying it. I got money for it, you know what I mean? Like, might as well.
Yeah.
It don't cost us much for $5 a can. You gonna get some good paint for $5, you know what I mean? If you go to the right shop.
Yeah. All right, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is like, you know, like, you know, you're in some crews, you know, like, were you ever like mentored by someone who's older than you, and now do you mentor any of the younger generation?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was shown a lot by my homie Kodak. That fool passed away, RFP Kodak, 27, but yeah, that fool showed me a lot. And other than that, I just put a lot of time in it, you know what I mean? I just put a lot of work into what I do. Like, a lot of work, a lot of time and dedication, and and always working, always drawing, you know what I mean? Always doing something with letters, you know what I mean? Like making something happen. But yeah, that's basically what it is. A lot of time, my boy, like a lot of time. A lot of time a lot of practice and a lot of fucking drawing.
Yeah.
Just keep drawing, draw.
The Blackwood.
Yeah, just like ask questions, you know what I mean? If you don't know, just ask questions. That's how I do with the little homies, you know what I mean? Like that's how we do it. Like if you don't know, I'm gonna let you know, you know what I mean? Just if you see me do something, just ask me, I'm gonna let you know. Like that's how we do, that's how we work, you know what I mean? Like and everything comes out good, you know what I mean? Everything's getting better, everything's going up. And we out here, we competing. We competing.
Man, that's right, man. All right, bro. This next segment is the quick hitters. All right.
Hell yeah.
So the first one I got for you, man, is your favorite brand of paint.
Lube or anything. Any paint is good, but I don't like rust though. You know what I mean? I don't mess with rust though. That's why it looks all dusty and shit. You know what I mean? Like I want some paint that's some 94s or some fucking loops. You know what I mean? Like I know that's high class shit, but motherfucker, it's paint. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't buying the good paint, your shit gonna look dusty.
Yeah.
It gonna look dusty. Your fills ain't gonna look right. Your black ain't gonna look black. Like it. No. Like not hating on anybody using rust though. If you can make it work, make it work. But I'm trying to get in and out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hit and quit. Yeah. Hit and quit, my boy.
Okay. All right. Next one I got for you, man. On the quick hitters. This one doesn't pertain to graffiti, but what's your favorite local food spot?
Damn, Lucy's food. It's not local, but Lucy's. Lucy's is the shit.
Okay.
That shit fire. Fool. I just ate it last night too. It's a little fucking expensive, but shout out Lucy's.
Okay.
Lucy's.
Okay, that's right.
Hell yeah.
All right. Last one, man, I got for you for the quick hitters, bro, is what's a piece of advice to a youngster out there trying to jump into the graff game?
Damn. Just know what you're getting yourself into, because it's not just something you should just jump into, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit that goes down on the streets with this graff game, like, and not everybody gets accepted, you know what I mean? Not everybody's accepted into this graff game, like, you really got to put in the work to get into the whole game. So like, think about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of fools out here that don't give a rat's ass about anything. You know what I mean? Like, these fools is out here doing grimy shit. So if you ain't ready for all that and ready to like protect yourself, don't do it. Don't do it. But if you could hang with the big boys, then come out and do it. You know what I mean? Like, we out here. Yeah, hell yeah. And if you could do it and you young, like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Even more props, fool. Yeah. Even more props, because I like little fools that be doing graff that, like, be killing the game, you know what I mean? But it's all cool. I got little homies, too, that be doing that shit, too, so it's cool, but just know what you're getting into, you know what I mean? It's not for everybody. Yeah. It's not for everybody. If you're just going to do it, like, one time a week, like, save your money or save risking going to jail when you're racking your paint, you know what I mean? Because like you ain't gonna be doing nothing if you're doing it one day out of the week. Yeah, we do it every day, you know what I mean? We trying to do it every other day or every day. Yeah, that's the only way you gonna get up.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Hell yeah, we're going hard.
That's right. All right, bro. Before we sign off, man, go back to this music. You got any shout outs? Any last things you want to say?
Yeah, shout out the whole gang, you know what I mean? Shout out Scatter, shout out Graham, shout out Vision, King, all my hitters, you know what I mean? We got hitters in the crew, like, they see us up, like, shout out all them, shout out everybody, you know what I mean? Shout out the homie Com, too, from GKC, you know what I mean? Shout out that fool, all the GKC, shout out everybody from AP, all my gang, you know what I mean? All the gang. We out here. Shout out all them. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and shout out Bosa too, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. We out here.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, man, I want to appreciate your time. Thank you for giving me
Yes,
this interview.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know, you guys are listening to Lost Element on KQBH LP, Los Angeles, California, 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. You know, as we sign off, we got some more underground tracks. We got Tacit a la El Monte, we got Ren the Third, and Guap Mizzle.
Oh yeah, one more. Fucking shout out my nigga Basic. Yeah, TWA. We out here